It's 3 p.m. Nearly in 15 minutes. It's 3 p.m. It's 2:45 though, as it stands, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, ladies and gents, and bambinos too, for a massive part 50. Yes, and it's the last live stream for Kidderminster Harriers. We have made it all the way up from the Vanarama North to the Premier League. Yes, we have. Technically speaking, it's job done for the live streams for the lower league to the Prem. We have done it, people. Kidderminster Harriers are in the Prem. This live stream will have one game live. We have Crystal Palace at home. We've lost to Arsenal, unfortunately, but since beaten Sheffield United away from home, and we are in 10th position. We will play this match, and then we'll have a look back through the history of what we've done from the day one when we did our first part, which is right in the early part of November, the start of this month, when we took control randomly of Kidderminster Harriers. And as you can see, we had 11 Crystal Palace at Agborough. We still don't have Hills. We still don't have Amari Hutchinson. Both of them are suspended. Therefore, Mayher will continue on the left side and up right defence, and he will perform alongside Gam. Hills is still out, suspended. So let us see what happens. I think it's doing the final few afternoon evening fixtures, and then we'll catch ours, which I think is the last game of the Saturday on the screen. So Crystal Palace, the visitors to Agborough, will take on those guys. Hopefully once it finishes processing. As always with the socials, guys, I'm on Facebook, AJP85-channel. I'm on X, AJ1985P. I'm on Twitch, A_J_P_8_5. And I'm on YouTube, AJ Hardy85. I also have a Reddit. That's right, I've got a subreddit account. So if you want to check that out, Football Manager Gamers for all things Football Manager. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe if you would, please, special friends. Now, after this, we finished doing the live streams, and the last one, which is now, I will start to do Fantasy Football Manager. You guys might be all about that. The Premier League Fantasy, we'll start talking about that. Players that I've been bringing in, etc. So I've been doing background stuff, and I'll show you my team as it currently stands and how many points we have got. So this team will be the one to face Crystal Palace at home for the last ever live stream, live match. Home game, Kidderminster Harriers versus Crystal Palace, 11th versus 9th, I think they are. Postecoglou is the manager of Crystal Palace. Interesting. So we're taking on Angie's Crystal Palace. There is the table, as you can see on the right-hand side. We are at 10th now. We've moved up 9th. Both of us have the same amount of points, as do Leeds. 5 minutes gone. Not much happening just yet. We have the passes completed. We have the possession. Home side as well, so let's see how we do. Mubama whips it in, gets it back again. Mubama runs to goal, and he opens the scoring for Kidderminster Harriers. Sheer determination from the centre forward. He took the corner, it was cleared away, and he just drove into the box. Ran into that edge of the box. It was saved by the keeper originally, but it fell kindly for Mubama, and he has whacked it in. 1-0 Kidderminster Harriers. We move into 7th position as a result of that. We're in Europe right now, guys. We're in a European spot, knocking Fulham off 7th position as we approach the 20th minute mark. We've had 2 shots, 1 on target. Crystal Palace have had nothing as it stands right now. Passes completed, not too dissimilar. Possession is in Crystal Palace's favour slightly. We're doing well, though, in theory. Corner to Crystal Palace, though. What can they do? Mudrick, it's 1-1. Really well worked goal that was. And the equaliser for Crystal Palace. 1-1, we're dropping out of Europe now. Oh no, back into 9th. 10th actually, Tello. We've dropped back into 10th position. We have a yellow card as well for our defensive midfielder, Icelandic man. 35 minutes on the clock. Even Steven with shots on target. Passes completed slightly in Crystal Palace's favour. Possession slightly in Crystal Palace's favour. Mudryk is their goal scorer after 26 minutes. Mubama after 10 for us. Thus far, stats are looking a bit iffy at the moment. A couple of players are 6.5s, quite sort of low-ish or the low half. Even Steven, as it stands in that first half there between the two teams. Now then, what to do? Let's have a little look at what we have available to us. We have Harvey Lintott, Roman Egan Riley, Albie Morgan or Ewan Morgan. So I'm thinking it might be time to shift things around a little bit. Let's move Hackford and let's get Ewan Morgan on for Mather for that second half. Mather's been a bit quiet, so on comes Ewan Morgan. Hackford's gone to the right or inside forward position and Dibbling's gone over to the left side. 50 minutes on the clock. We are still 10th, Crystal Palace are 9th. Nothing separates us probably apart from goal difference as it stands right this second. 1-1. Mbama for us and Mudryk for Crystal Palace. And Mudryk, come on. Corner 2, Crystal Palace cleared away. We push up well. Mbama's got it back. Hackford couldn't get there though. Mudryk with his pace. Is that a penalty? I'm not sure. He's blown for it, but I'm not sure that's a pen. We're about to find out. It is a penalty to Crystal Palace. Palmer, it's 2-1. Cole Palmer plays for Crystal Palace. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? Okay. Changes now in defence. Egan Riley's going to come on. We're bringing off our Icelandic man who's looked very, very shaky. Riley goes to centre half. Jedge will move into defensive midfield and hopefully enable us to push further up. Because as it stands, Crystal Palace are leading 2-1. They are 6th. We are 13th as a result of that. 6 shots, 1 on target for us. 8-4 on target for Crystal Palace. Wow. The XG is very, very good. But we are playing against Premier League opposition. We are playing against a team with Palmer, Cole Palmer in their team, and Mikhailo Mudryk. Wow. Clearly, Chelsea didn't want their players. Patterson. And not another penalty kick, surely. Surely not this time. Oh, we're giving away penalties like no tomorrow. A chance for Crystal Palace now. And he's rolled it in, Hodgson. It is 3-1. Not going to plan for our last stream, but that is the cookie crumbling, unfortunately. 3-1. Kidderminster Harriers are trailing. It was going so well after Mubama scores, but these things happen, showing their class, aren't they, really, Crystal Palace? They're clearly a very established Premier League side and playing as such as well. Lintott, we're going to get him on as well. In fact, we'll get Albie Morgan on the pitch. And we'll get Gamble off. Jedge can go back to centre half again. Playing back and forth with that, aren't we? There we go. 85 minutes on the clock. Crystal Palace are leading 3-1 against Kidderminster Harriers. We are still okay, you know. Don't forget, we've only just been promoted. We're 13th. We've got a victory on the board. Started very, very well in this game. Probably should have continued better, but we seem to just lose that impetus once Crystal Palace scored. And that is going to be potentially it. Eze as well. Oh, Gay nearly makes it 4. And that is it. A deserved victory for Crystal Palace in the end against us. And we lost, unfortunately. So let's have a look back at the history, though, because don't forget, we're still in the Premier League. Don't forget, we're still performing well. And there's no reason to be disgraced or disgusted by any of it. Here is our history going back to the last games of the season, last season against the teams in the Championship, how we performed there. going back to League One. It's reflection, isn't it, now being the last? It's quite emotional when you look back through some of these teams that we played and how we performed and how we did so well back to the 2025-26 season in League Two. We were battling at the top there, trying to get right up to the top, and we won that league. Here's the Vanarama National. That was a great season that was for us. And then going all the way back to the Vanarama North. Look at that. Crazy, right? And the history of everything we've done thus far. Let's have a look at the club information. Our history, here you go. We've won the leagues as we've gone up through them all. It's fantastic performances from the players and the teams. Look at that. Look at the actual incline we've got there. The increase in the north right the way up to the Premier League where we are now. We've been absolutely incredible as a team in general. So it's very emotional, very good to see how well we've performed in all the competitions thus far. Our stats are good with Premier League. We still haven't been in the FA Cup yet, but yes, definitely something to look at in the future. That, and yeah, just looking at all the performances, the history, the squad, B's and C's thus far. But give it time. You know, the team's only just got into the Premier League, so we're not going to absolutely rip it up, are we, just yet? But yeah, there you go. The landmark, the competitions that we've won, the landmarks. These are all the players we signed as well. Managers, well, there's mainly been me. There you go. Joined in 2023. 5 league wins, 2 cups. There we go. Best 11. Looking back, remember Noble back in defence. There's Sharif as well back in the day. Wow. Fantastic that is, isn't it? Really good. Looking back through the history there of the team. But I will leave it there with you, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you so much for viewing my videos, watching it live, however you want to put it. It has been a roller coaster from start to finish, all the way back in the early part of November when we started picking the team at random and selected Kidderminster Harriers and took them from the Vanarama North right the way to the Premier League. Technically speaking, it is job done. We have done what we wanted to do. We've got them to the promised land. Kidderminster Harriers, I kid you not, on Football Manager 2024 are a Premier League side. 13th position we sit. More games to come. FA Cup also to play. Carabao Cup. And don't forget, I'm part manager of the Irish national team as well. So I'll have a look and see if we can do something with the Irish national team. I'll put the occasional post, guys, on Facebook. So AJP85-channel or on my X, which is AJ1985P. Keep an eye out on those socials. Like, follow, and subscribe if you would, because as I say, it's unedited, unscripted, headset, microphone, with my mouse, and with my laptop. That's literally it. There's absolutely nothing else. I'm playing it as if you guys are playing it as well, so you can come along on the journey with me. Let your friends, family know that I'll be doing a lot of Football Manager stuff. I'll do potentially another set in the near future, so look out for that. But otherwise, as it stands, probably tomorrow onwards, I'll start to do fantasy football chats and football in general. So have a listen out for that. And we'll talk all things football with AJ. That's right, with moi. Otherwise, guys, thank you once again for watching from part 1 all the way up to part 50, which is the final part. I'm going to stick all this in a playlist so you guys can watch this specifically. But otherwise, tune in tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning, and we will talk fantasy football, FPL football. I'll show you my team, where we're at right this second, how many points I've got, etc., and what players I've got, and we can compare and contrast. DM, send me some messages, comments, check out the videos, keep the views coming, people, because I'm trying to get as much interest in my world of football. And let me tell you something, it's fun, it's controversial, but it's there for all to see. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed watching us lose, unfortunately, to Crystal Palace, but we're in the Premier League, so it's all smiles anyway. Enjoy the rest of your day and evening.